Swastiastu. Hello students, how are you today? I hope you are in very good condition and I hope you guys are healthy and safe, and I also pray for our health, and may this condition and soon and we can meet on real at school to study as we used to do. Okay guys, today, I would like to deliver a short explanation about our first material. So, we will discuss about how to fill out some forms, okay? And I hope you guys are ready to study for today, okay? And I hope all of you are excited to join our lesson today, guys. Let me share my screen. Well, this is the presentation that I have prepared. Okay, wait for a moment. I think the connection is not really good. Okay, I hope you can see my presentation on the slide. Okay, before we start, I would like to welcome all of you to our English and Literature class for 12th grade of senior high school. Okay, with me, Mrs. Agustiawati. Well, guys, before we discuss our material for today, I would like to ask you to do one activity. Okay? Okay, let's do warming up activity. And then I have a question here. What comes in your mind when you see the following pictures? Okay, get ready to see the picture. Okay, this is the first picture. Okay, please take a look and pay attention. You can read the title first, and then you can see the content of this form. Okay, and then the second one, well, please pay attention to this form, look at the title, and you also need to look at the content. Okay, the points of this form. Yeah, and then number three, this one. Okay, it's also similar. You have to see the title, and then you also need to pay attention to the content. Okay, okay, well, guys, do you already have something in your mind related to these pictures? I hope you already got your answer. Okay, well, actually, the pictures that I have shown to you are kinds of form. Okay, jadi dalam bahasa Indonesia itu form adalah formulir. Yeah, so there are many types of form. Okay, such as ini yang pertama. Okay, the first one is withdrawal form. Okay, and then the second one is job application form. Yeah, and the third one we call it school registration form. Okay, formulir contoh formulir ini merupakan contoh formulir yang dikeluarkan oleh lembaga resmi. ya. Jadi formulir ini bersifat digunakan untuk kegiatan yang resmi. Withdrawal form. If you don't understand the meaning, you can check on your dictionary. What is the meaning of withdrawal? Okay, actually withdrawals mean, yeah, that's right, penarikan. Jadi withdrawal form itu adalah formulir atau slip penarikan. Kalau kalian ingin menarik tabungan, ya, di bank, kalian harus mengisi withdrawal form ini. Okay. And then the second one is job application form. Okay. This is used by a job seeker to find out or to apply for a job. Ya, jadi ini digunakan oleh seorang yang ingin mencari pelamar pekerjaan. Ya, digunakan oleh pelamar pekerjaan untuk melamar sebuah jabatan yang sesuai dengan kualifikasinya. Okay, and then the third one is school registration form. Okay, ini adalah formulir pendaftaran sekolah. Ya, saya yakin dulu sebelum di awal kalian akan mendaftar di sekolah pasti mengisi formulir juga, formulir pendaftaran seperti ini. Okay, so I think you already familiar with this kinds of form. Okay, and then now after getting the idea, or you know the name of the picture or of the form in previous slide, I want to ask you to discuss, yeah, and internalize the material. Okay, let's discuss the form one by one. Okay, start. We will start with withdrawal form. Yeah, like what I have said before, withdrawal form is issued by a bank. Ya, jadi form atau slip penarikan ini dikeluarkan oleh lembaga resmi yaitu bank. Ya, jadi kalian kalau ingin menarik tabungan, kalian bisa ke bank dan mengambil slip penarikan. Ya, so this is withdrawal form, but this is the simple example of withdrawal form. And if you do withdrawal activity in a bank, you will see the slip is not really that simple. Yeah, you also need to add your address. You also need to add the name of or the branch of the bank when you open the account. But this is the simpler one, ya. Jadi ini bentuk simpelnya. Kalian bisa perhatikan di sini. Okay, the first thing that you have to fill is the date. Okay, tanggalnya. Jadi tanggal berapa, bulan dan tahunnya. Okay, kemudian you have also to fill the account number. Yeah, you can see the account number from your saving book. Ya, jadi kalian bisa melihat nomor rekening, account number itu adalah nomor rekening di buku tabungannya. And then don't forget to add your name. Okay, please write down your name, your complete name. Ya, biasanya based on your identity card. Ya, jadi ini harus berdasarkan sama dengan identitas yang kalian miliki. Di buku tabungan juga harus sama, ya. Kemudian ada signature you have to sign, ya, jadi harus di tanda tangan. Kemudian di sini karena currency-nya itu adalah dollars, jadi ini ada dollar sebagai mata uangnya, kemudian ada sen. Tapi kalau di sini di Indonesia we use Indonesian rupiah, ya, bukan dollars. Ini hanya sebagai contoh saja. Oke. Jadi di sini kalian tulis berapa jumlah uang yang akan kalian tarik di tabungan kalian. Oke, misalnya 1 million. 1 million means you have to write down the number. Ya, ada juga yang write down number and also you have to write with the alphabet, ya. Oke, jadi ada yang lengkap seperti itu, ada juga yang ini bentuk yang sangat simpel karena amount-nya itu hanya ditulis dengan number saja. Oke, and then let's continue to the second one. Okay, this is for job application form. Okay, I'm really sure that someday in the future, after you um, graduate from senior high school and then you graduate from the university, you are expected to be able to get a job, or maybe yes, some of you really want to be an entrepreneur or a businessman or businesswoman. Yeah, but it's really common when the student graduate from university, they will uh, yeah, try their best to find a job or get a job. So one thing you have to remember that when you want to apply for a job, you have to be able to fill job application form like this, ya. Jadi ini jadikan dulu sebagai latihan kalian sebelum nanti kalian memang benar-benar melamar pekerjaan, ya. Jadi di sini ada bagian yang pertama itu adalah personal information, oke, dan informasi pribadi, ya, yang biasanya itu pertama pasti ada nama, oke, first name, last name, ya. Kalau orang-orang di luar negeri, ya terutama orang-orang barat itu, mereka memang memiliki first name and last name. Last name itu biasanya dia family name-nya. Contohnya Kristen Stewart, ya, Rob Pattinson, kemudian Justin Timberlake. Jadi Justin itu nama first-nya, nama depan, kemudian Timberlake itu adalah nama keluarganya atau nama belakangnya. Seluruh anggota keluarganya pasti ada Timberlake-nya di belakang. Tapi kalau kita di Indonesia, we are not used to use that style of giving name. Jadi kita tidak terbiasa menggunakan gaya tersebut dalam memberikan nama. Biasanya kita itu namanya seperti yang kita ketahui kalau kita di Bali namanya seperti saya Nilu Putu Agustiawati. I don't have family name. Saya nggak punya nama keluarga. Tapi di sini kita bisa menuliskan nama depan itu. Kita punya nama depan. Nama depan saya Agus. Jadi saya tulis di sini Agus. Ya. So di sini Agus, and then my last name is Setiawati. Ya. Jadi atau nama lengkap saya Niluh Putu Agustiawati. Nama depan itu saya tulis Niluh Putu Agus, kemudian nama belakangnya saya tulis Setiawati. Oke, kalian juga bisa sesuaikan dengan nama kalian sendiri, ya. Pokoknya di parting dia menjadi dua bagian, nama depan dan nama belakang. Oke. Kemudian, tapi di Indonesia tidak lumrah seperti itu ya, nama saja. Biasanya nggak isi first name atau last name, ya. And then for date of birth, okay, I'm really sure that you can feel this. Ada date, ada month, ada year, ya. Jadi tanggal berapa, bulan berapa kalian lahir, kemudian tahun berapa. And then you have to add your address, okay, alamat lengkap sesuai dengan identity card atau KTP. Kemudian ada street, ada city, ada prefecture. Okay, you may have question about this one. Yeah, prefecture. I have searched from the internet that prefecture is really common to be used in Japan. Jadi di Jepang itu kata prefecture itu sangat lumrah digunakan. Ya, prefecture di Jepang itu merupakan wilayah yang memiliki persamaan dengan provinsi. Kalau di Indonesia kita panggil provinsi, but in Japan they call it prefectures. Ya, tapi ini sama dengan provinsi. Jadi misalnya kalian tinggal di negara atau Jemberana, jadi prefecture-nya adalah Bali. Ya, paham ya, Nana? Kemudian ada juga di sini ada postal code. Ya, ini sama dengan kode pos, ya. Kode pos di masing-masing area itu beda-beda, jadi you have to know your area, the postal code of your area, and then home number. Tapi ini orang-orang tertentu biasanya yang punya telepon di rumah, ya. Kemudian ada mobile number. Mobile number itu adalah nomor handphone kalian, ya. Kemudian email address, ini very very common. Sebanyak orang sekarang sudah punya email address, apalagi orang-orang yang educated seperti kalian pasti memiliki email address, ya. Kemudian di part yang selanjutnya, ya, ada education, pendidikan. Okay, you have to fill out, ya, ini. Jadi pendidikan kalian harus kalian lengkapi di sini. Junior high school, where did you graduate from? Ya, jadi dari mana kalian lulus, kalian sebutkan junior high school SMP-nya, ya. Kemudian kotanya, tempatnya di mana. The prefecture itu sama dengan provinsi, ya. Kemudian high school. High school itu sama dengan SMA. Nama SMA-nya apa? Oke. Kemudian di bawah sini ada skills. Skills itu artinya keterampilan. Keterampilan apa saja yang kalian miliki, misalnya komputer, atau musik, atau yang mendukung pekerjaan yang ingin kalian lamar. Ya, itu yang harus kalian isi untuk job application form. Okay, I hope you understand, guys. Ya, and then now let's continue to the next form. Student information form atau student registration form, ya. Jadi di sini kalian perlu melengkapi beberapa poin, such as your name, middle name, last name. Nah, ini lebih lengkap lagi kalau tadi ada first dan last name. Nah, di sini ada middle name-nya lagi. Jadi ada 3 part, ya. Orang Indonesia tidak lumrah memiliki nama seperti ini, baru-baru sekarang saja, karena kita sudah banyak orang yang sudah mendapatkan informasi bahwa di maksud saya itu di kalangan yang lebih luas, anak-anak itu diperlukan untuk mengisi formulir, dan ada ketentuan seperti ini, bukan ketentuan, ada tagihan seperti ini, ya. Ada first name, ada middle name, ada last name, ya. Tapi untuk kita di Indonesia ini belum lumrah, belum semua orang memberikan nama kepada anaknya itu ada nama depan, nama tengah, dan nama belakang, ya. Palingan cuma kalau kita di Bali, ya, nama depannya itu ni yang membedakan dia laki-laki atau perempuan, kemudian ada nama yang membedakan dia anak pertama atau anak kedua, ni Wayan, ni Made, gitu. Kemudian baru namanya mengikuti di belakang. Ada malah cuma satu saja namanya di belakang, kan, misalnya Sudiane, gitu. Wicaksana, gitu misalnya. Jadi di sini, ya, silakan kalian siasati saja. Misalnya di sini Nimade, kemudian middle name Ayu, kemudian di sini Saraswati, gitu misalnya, ya. Itu cuma contoh. Tapi kalau yang di luar negeri, mereka sudah punya nama yang memang ada first name, middle name, dan last name. Misalnya contohnya Isabella Mary Swan, itu misalnya, ya. Kemudian date of birth, ini tanggal lahir. Kemudian place of birth, tempat lahirnya, age-nya, umurnya berapa. Okay. Kemudian gender, ya, gendernya male or female, laki-laki atau perempuan. And then address, ini sama seperti yang di job application form. Kemudian postal code, ini kode posnya, mobile phone, and email address. Okay, and then you also have to fill out the information about your parents. Di sini ada full name, ada profession, ada telepon, kemudian your mother 2, yeah, what's your mother's name, and then what's her profession, and the telephone number. Okay, then you also need to add the emergency contact, ya, in case atau father or mothernya nggak bisa dihubungin, jadi ada emergency contact, misalnya ini pamannya atau bibinya, ya. Jadi kalian cantumkan nama depan, nama tengah, dan nama belakang. Tapi kalau di Indonesia tidak ada nama depan, tengah, belakang, ya sesuaikan saja. Ya, kemudian ada signature, kemudian ada tanggal pembuatannya. Oke. Bagaimana anak-anak? Sudah paham tentang form ini? Sebenarnya materi ini sudah muncul di kelas 10 ya. Tapi karena kita menggunakan kurikulum darurat COVID-19, jadi ini muncul lagi di kelas 12. Saat ini kurikulum kita itu direlaksasi. Jadi muatannya tidak seberat saat sebelum terjadi pandemi. Kalau sebelum terjadi pandemi itu KD-nya itu lebih daripada 5. Tapi karena sekarang kondisinya seperti ini, perlu direlaksasi agar anak-anak itu tidak beban belajar di sekolah, di rumah, karena pembelajaran dilaksanakan di rumah. Ya, jadi sudah dipangkas, KD-nya itu cuma ada, kalau tidak salah ada 4 untuk 1 tahun. Ya, jadi this is the first material that you have to understand. Ya, jadi kita memiliki banyak waktu untuk membahas ini. Kita bahas agar kalian paham. Okay, you have a lot of time to understand this material. Well, guys, and then now it's time for you to do to practice or to test your understanding. Ya, please pay attention to the form below. Jadi nanti akan ada form, and you need to pay attention to read the form first, and then you have to understand the content, and then after that you have to answer some questions based on that form. Okay, let's check this one out. Okay, this is the form. Yeah. Okay, please pay attention. If you need to read it first, you can read it first. Yeah, take time for reading. Yeah, please use your time wisely, and I want you to be able to understand what is the content of this form. Okay, and then when you are ready, you can go to these questions and start to answer the question based on this form. Okay, so here you have 3 questions. The first one is, what do you call? Ini call ya, kurang L-nya ya. Call the form about. Kenapa kurang L-nya? Karena I get trouble with my keyboard. Saya nggak tahu kenapa ini keyboard untuk L-nya itu tidak berfungsi dengan baik ya. Jadi I think it's really hard for me to copy and then paste, yeah. And then because I make this presentation in hurry and then I forgot to copy it. But I think you know I'm really sorry, yeah. But I mean this word is call. Jadi pertanyaannya, what do you call the form above? Jadi apa nama dari form di atas ya. Kemudian yang kedua, what institution uses the form? Okay. Institusi atau lembaga yang mengeluarkan formulirnya itu namanya apa? Kemudian yang ketiga, what is the suitable account type to choose? Jadi di sini ada account type yang belum diberikan yang belum dipilih, jadi pilih yang tepat, yang mana account type-nya yang benar. Okay. Jadi kalian silahkan membuat ini, dijawab di buku latihannya, and then after finishing answering the question, you can submit this work in Google Classroom. Okay, I will make a slot for submission, and then you can submit this task as soon as possible. Yeah, but don't worry, I will give you until 12 at midnight to submit this um, task. Yeah, you have to use your time wisely, and please prepare so you will be able to submit the best work that you can do for this activity. Okay, guys. Well, I think this is the end of my slide. Yeah, so I hope you all understand, but I really 100% sure that you already understand about this. But after this, we will practice with other types of form, which more complex, because this the example that I have given to you previously is the simplest one. Yeah, so it's very easy for you to understand, but next time we will move to the complex one. Yeah, but don't worry, I will be happy and glad to guide you to learn English. Yeah, so just keep learning, keep on learning, yeah, keep your spirit to learn. Yeah, and I'm really sure if you have a great willingness, you will be able to understand the material well, and you will be able to communicate in English, whether orally or in written. Yeah, so just keep doing your best and keep learning. Okay, guys. Well, I think that's all that I can say to you. I hope this will be beneficial for you and help you in learning this material. And then I want to say that I hope you guys are healthy and safe. Yeah, stay healthy, stay safe. Okay, don't go anywhere if it is not too important for you. It's better for you to stay at home. Yeah, to study well, or help your parents, or do such kind of a good activity like a physical exercise or whatever that you like. Yeah, and then don't forget to, yeah, to do social distancing. If you must go out, but you have to be aware that you have to maintain the distance with the other. Okay, in other, it's for your own good. Yeah, well, today I think that's all for today. Thank you very much. Okay, I really hope this pandemic will end soon so I can meet you for real in the classroom. Okay, thank you for your time. Yeah, that's all for me, and goodbye.